Feed me more. Feed me more. The Ryback Show starts now.
Welcome to the Ryback Show Sunday Live. I am the big guy Ryback. Thank you for joining me. TikTok, the big guy Ryback 22, streaming live on TikTok. Follow me on there, guys. We're going to hit 1.7 million here, probably early mid next week here this week coming up. So thank you very much. As always, we're still not allowed to post on Instagram Live. They've said that they've taken down posts that for something, and they haven't taken down any, because I have the email associated with the account, and there've been no emails and nothing. I went back and looked at all the posts, so I can't figure it out. So I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully, I can't imagine it's probably, if it is anything, it's like a 7-day thing, but it's odd. I don't know what the deal is. They shut my badges off a while ago so that I couldn't earn income through this show on Instagram. It is what it is, and just focus on everywhere else, but trying to also get the problem solved. But as you know, this whole thing has been chaos. As always, this show is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition. I've got black rice stuck in me. I just ate my last one of my performance meals after cardio and conditioning and the sauna. Anyways, this show is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition, premium supplements sweetened with stevia and monk fruit, no artificial sweeteners or colors, vegan friendly for men and women, available on feedmemore.com. You can save 20% listening, watching this show. Discount code Ryback Show 20, Ryback Show 20. All your supplement needs. We have 13 different supplements here. We give you a free shaker bottle and face mask as a free gift. Guys, a $30 value, yours free. Just click yes. You want it as the free gift when you're buying your supplements. And that's our thank you. The Feed Me More Nutrition, thank you for buying the best supplements on the planet. What's going on, everybody? Great day over here with the big guy. Super chats are always encouraged to be pulled up on the screen. Questions answered as I see them. Great day over here, though. It was I did my 24-hour fast yesterday. Friday night into yesterday, broke it last night, and then today off, conditioning Stairmaster, 12 rounds, level 25 max, and then with the minute rest on level 8 with hands, no hands on the max level, though just straight running on the Stairmaster. You guys want to test your conditioning and cardio and your legs. You got to be skilled at that to also, because you got to turn it down and up really quickly, and it's intense. And then I take a little break, and then I went and did the sauna for 20 minutes, and so nice little conditioning day. Lost a bunch of water, and then and rehydrated really well after. And I got my truck back today as well. My truck, the regulator on the passenger window went out the other day. The neighbor's dog was out last week. I think I mentioned it. I had to put it in the backyard. It was scratching at the door. It was 9-something at night. They weren't answering, and I didn't know what to do necessarily. I go, why? Because it's really difficult with Sophie, and I knew it was their dog because it was scratching at their door. But little guy and Sophie actually were the ones. I didn't see it because it was dark out there, and it was in by their bushes. And anyways, put it in their backyard. The gate was unlocked to put it back there, but I don't know how the dog got out to begin with. And then I saw them, and I went to roll down the window, and then the window just fell all the way down because it's held up by the regulator and the Dodges and the Dodge Rams. I think it's with these ropes, they said. And it's happened on the back windows already a couple years ago. And but anyways, I told them, and after my window fell down, I was like, shit, I got to go get this fixed. And but I finally got my truck back today. But I told them they didn't see me. It was the grandmother and the son. And the guy, and very nice people. The dog's 15 years old, they told me. But I said, did you guys get your dog? I left it in the backyard last week. I go, I've been waiting to see you. I knew they would get it because there was a car in their driveway. And then the next morning, the other cars were there. There's like, but in the dog, I was like, they go, "Oh yeah, he gets out sometimes," and I'm just thinking like, how about a fucking thank you? Not even, I don't. Somebody of my dogs got out and like I didn't. I don't know. I I just sat there and I was like, okay, okay. Not everyone must love dogs as much as me, but it's disappointing because they're the greatest creatures on the planet. But so I got my truck back, got my light sensor that was out for like 2 years that I just never got fixed because it always had. I have an air compressor, anyways. I always make sure that the tires are good in the vehicles, which actually reminds me I got to do my Challenger tonight, and the but all that's all on the up and up now. So sweet, $977. Any car people, that was the best price for both the regulator and the Dodge Ram, and then the tire sensor, which they actually called me. So the place too called me. You got to watch these car places, guys. See, I don't put up with any of the BS. I already knew it was the back right sensor. It's been out for 2 years, and I checked it when I got there, and that was the only one on, right? And they called me. The truck was there for 2 extra days. I don't care. I got my other vehicle. The guy goes. They call me this morning. They go, "Great news. We got the window fixed." And he goes, "But he goes, all the tire sensors. My mechanic hasn't fixed it yet, but he says the other ones are out too." And I go, "That's funny." I go, "They weren't out before I got there." And I only told you to fix the back right one. I go, "So I think you're just going to need to fix the back right one and make sure that sensor's off when I get there." And he's like, "Yeah, no problem, Ryback." But the guy already caught him on his bullshit. The guy hadn't fixed the back right tire yet. So the sensor would not go off, would be the light sensor is going to be on until you fix that back right tire. The other sensors were working. I know that because I put air in them 2 weeks ago and I've checked it before I got there. So, anyways, pick up the truck, everything's beautiful, works fine. That would have been another $500 or 400 and something. Wait, how much was that? 153 for 500. That would have been another $500 to fix the other tire sensors if I just would have just sat back and like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. And then I go, the fucking nerve, like I'm not taking my truck back there ever again because I go, you guys on your bullshit. But god damn, I just hate dishonest people because now I know for 100% fact that the whole phone call too, because my truck's fine, right? The sensor's not on, so you got to really watch these car places. It's a really, I feel bad for women. Women really get taken advantage of. I know quite a few that call me, and it's stupid. Mechanics, you will make more money. And this is in business in general. You will make more money being honest with people. If people can trust you in any field, they're going to come back time and time again. But the moment you do that, like I'm never taking my truck back, even though it's convenient, it's down the road. I'm not taking my truck back there. Now I can't trust them. They did have the best price though of the regulator of the other places, but it was marginal. It wasn't. It was within $50 of the other places. So, but yeah, definitely. I mean, if car like definitely would be better to be able to do car work. Obviously, I could do basic things, but when you're dealing like with a regulator on that, I don't have the time. That's not something. Yeah, you can learn it, but is it going to make me money? No, I'm better off doing my thing and paying somebody to do it. I learned that a long time ago. Focus on your stuff that makes you money, and be good at the things that you are passionate about, and then pay people to do the other stuff. Now, if we're living in the zombie apocalypse, I'm going to have to read up quite a bit. But my goals have completely changed. I'm no longer interested in selling Feed Me More Nutrition. I'm trying to stay alive. So me and the guys, we got to keep the truck and the car running to outrun the zombies, find bullets, and find other good, big, tough, strong people, some hot chicks, just for ensure survival, and maybe a doctor. Find a good community, have them make Casa de la Big Guy, zombie apocalypse. My vehicles, though, I'm at the point where I'm you want to switch out your vehicles every 5 to 6 years, before the problems start arising. I'm past that now with my vehicles. Challenger's on the cusp. Challenger only has 24,000 miles on it. Both were paid off and I got them. The Challenger's an RT. What's the 2015 Challenger RT? It's badass, that vehicle, and both V8 Hemi engines in the truck and the car. With that, the truck is a 2013 Dodge Ram 1500 Laramie. I love it. Beautiful truck, great truck. They both drive. I love Dodges with that, but I'm trying to. I'm tempted to go trade it in. I've talked about it a little bit. I was looking to get. We're off by a few thousand for what I want for my vehicles. It's not horribly far. The other Dodge dealership is really close to the amount that I would take, but they don't have any of the vehicles that I like. They don't have any Chargers over there or trucks, but they do have some nice Jeeps. But I don't know. It's gonna be one of those deals. I already know how I am. I'll put it off for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna be driving one day, and I'm just gonna be like, "Fuck it, let's just go get a new car." And I'm gonna take it in, and then I'm gonna Uber home and get the other one and just do it. But I'm not like I'm enjoying. I love my vehicles. I do get attached to things like that, but because you have memories with the vehicles, a lot of good memories. But it's going to be time pretty soon because I got the Tesla Cybertruck on reserve. That's been delayed. I don't know when next year, late next year. I don't know what the hell Elon's flying out of his space odyssey, which is great. I think it's fantastic. He's a brilliant man, but I'd also like that Cybertruck pretty soon. Yeah, man, I like the Jeep. The Jeeps have, the Trackhawk. There's quite a few models of the Jeeps that I like. Man, those Jeeps are way more than I ever remember them, but I think they got super popular at some point. I always loved on the road whenever I could get a Jeep. Like if I got my appearances next week, which for you guys, come out, please. So we have people at these. I'll be in Albany from 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, September 18th. That's Saturday. That's next week, you guys. So tell all your friends and come on out. At the Colony, is it the Colony Mall in Albany? The Colony or Colonial Mall in Albany from 2 to 4 at the Heroes and Hideout. So please come. And then I'll be at the Immortal Championship Wrestling. That's in, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Cajones? Johak Canone? I don't know the name. It's a place that I'd have to look at the name and I'd probably mispronounce it. Immortal Championship Wrestling, though, assigning at night there. And then the following day, I'm in Utica, New York from 1 to 3 p.m. At the Live It Downtown. The GCBS or CGBS, Live It Downtown. I just put it on my Instagram today, though, for that one in Utica. So you're in the area, come on out, come say hello. We're doing pictures and autographs as well. And it'll be a good time. And then I got Comic Cons the following week. I'll be at the Amarillo Comic Con. We just got confirmation. I'll be in November. I've got October dates also, but the November one was already confirmed. November 6th and 7th, I think, the Harrington Comic Con. So going to be doing, and that's going to be something I do when I go back to wrestling. I'll be doing specific like signings also because wasn't allowed to do that before. I will be, hopefully with everything moving forward, depending on what happens with everything. And but getting closer and closer. Shoulder feels great. A lot of work done on it. Yesterday we had a great scar tissue session with Wasana, the therapist. And Carlos is back in town. I see Dr. Carlos and Sean on Thursday this week. So it's we got the areas. They just keep going. Wasana got some really stubborn scar tissue that was giving me problems. And I feel very good right now. So it'll be good. Like tomorrow we'll start. I'll have shoulders and I'll be able to assess my training session on the problem areas and how close we're getting. Because that's how I get my feedback. We do all this work. I take a couple days off, let it calm down, go back at it. And then I could see how my training and the inflammation, and I'm making some more diet, adding some more things into my diet. possibly getting a whole alkaline system for my entire house so that alkaline water comes out of every faucet all over my big guy body, just the purest of pure water. And I'm so obsessed with getting my health 100%. I want to come back. I want everyone that, all the shit talkers, the lies, the BS, everything I've always said has been factual and accurate. And man, just the hate from that group of people that we block and block and block. And it's like, I'm doing it for me in what I set out to do, but it's going to make me feel so good to piss all of them off and come back better than ever and beat their just be involved and just be involved and just show them at the highest level and have multiple $multi-million revenue streams. I think it's a beautiful thing. And because it's just, and they don't get it. They don't get my sarcasm. They're just the evil, corrupt, lost souls. And the big guy, we're going to bend him over and we're going to give it to him big guy style. Let's get to some questions. TikTok, everybody, questions for the big guy. Thank you. I am like a beast, but I also believe I'm very mild-mannered at times and just never know. Depends on what we're talking about. I don't hate other vehicles, guys. I know there's other people that they're like, oh, like I tell you, I like Dodges. I'm so easy. I like all vehicles. I'm not like all vehicles matter. Okay. I'm just like, I drove Dodges on the rentals all the time on the road. I like the way the Dodges drove for whatever reason, the way they looked. So I went with Dodge. I very well could hop in a Ford Raptor and be like, damn, this Ford Raptor is badass. I'm a Ford guy now, but I'm not like, Dodge is my comfort zone and we'll see. Thank you, Walter. Yes, those photos do very well for the marketing for Feed Me More Nutrition. I'm very intrigued, like I've told you guys, about the people that get offended over the towel pics, because the towel pic is covering everything. If you post a photo in your underwear, especially like these people that post like some ridiculous things, or like if I posted a photo like in wrestling trunks, and that stuff is more revealing, I feel, than if you have a towel covering you completely. But I'm also in the health and fitness industry where I use my products and showing people my progress. The fact they don't understand that. And I also have a lot of women that follow me. The women, if you ever click on the likes, you'll see the amount of women that like that on that. And it gives, you got followers of all sorts. So you give a little something for everybody. I give you the health and fitness. I give you the humor, the entertainment, give you some pro wrestling stuff. It's a very well-rounded account, I feel. But, you're always going to be that small portion of people. They'll be like, yo, this gay, bro. And then I'm just like, I think you are, man. Like, you clicked on it and commented. That doesn't mean I am. I've got a ton of women followers. Like, chill out, bruh. Okay. Priem, I'm really happy. We're going to give you a little shout out on the channel. Pat you on the head, buddy. I'm glad you like Brock Lesnar, but you just got shell-shocked out of Rybackville forever. I did find the fountain of youth while everybody else is aging. I honestly 100% feel like this is happening. I feel like I look exactly the same, if not younger, than I did 10 years ago. And I'm looking around and it happens. I'm sure at some point it's gonna hit me. Maybe not though. With vegan and I'm eating so many anti-aging foods. I am hell bent on coming back. And people like Ryback, oh my God, Ryback's more jacked than ever. What? He's vegan? And then they're like, there's no way. He's on fucking steroids, bro. He's taking a bunch of steroids. And then he's not. Jesus Christ, he's really good at wrestling too. Why didn't we jeez. Gee, golly. God, I think he's my favorite wrestler now. Thank you very much. I do feel younger. That's no bullshit. I think everyone that knows me says it too. Like it's. I'm sure in the right lighting, you can look old. I don't know. I've looked at myself for a long time, and I go, nope, everything's the exact same. If not, and I think I look younger than from 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I was really under a lot of stress with the body being all jacked up. That was where I felt like I had aged, and then I got it back with the stem cells and then going vegan, and then eating all these foods with antioxidants. And somebody just gave me another suggestion on a supplement for a tree to plant, but they don't grow well in Vegas, I was told, but I'm going to look into it. But I just bought the supplement. I can't remember the name, but I was like, I can't believe I've never heard of this. And it has a lot of anti-aging properties to it as well. But it depends on the camera. Like the TikTok camera, the lighting is beautiful. I wish I looked like on this that I like I look on my TikTok. If you got anybody double streaming like the hardcore Ryback fans, you could tell the difference. Good question, Ryback. Was it challenging starting your supplement company from the start? No, challenging in the aspect of trying to learn business and having an understanding of reading about it a lot or listening to a lot of audiobooks while on the road while I was in WWE. Still, it was a lot of on the fly and learning as you go, especially marketing and sales. In the amount, just I did every aspect. I handled every aspect of the business for the first 3 years while doing everything, while wrestling, that was still wrestling and doing appearances and wrestling. And then Sophie had her back stuff in it. And then finally I was at a point I go, I can't handle this anymore. And I was doing a little better with my health after the stem cells. And I needed to be spending more time pushing content and then in working on my body even more. And that's when I got the fulfillment, customer support, and I was able to like finally breathe. But even now, it's still like today, we're getting labels approved. I got to go over so many things to make sure everything's good. And I've had like labels that were messed up because other people have messed up after like I've approved something and then they mess up on something somewhere else. And it's like I have to do I have to be very on top of everything. And a lot of people don't understand it. Like Dolphin, the guys are in town and I can't go out. Like I don't have 6 hours to go burn by a pool. Like it's great, but I'm not a wrestler right now. Like I'm in an entrepreneur and I've got a set schedule and routine. And it's just like and I got to keep doing my thing and grinding until I am back. There's no vacations, there's no BS. It's just you got to go, go, go. And I'm fighting a multi-billion-dollar company. I've won everything, but I cannot stop. I cannot let up. I'm so close. And so, all right, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sammy. I've been to Canada. Yes, been to Canada many times. I like Canada. Walter, thank you very much for that comment, man. That means a lot. I did watch a little football today. Yes. I don't watch college football. I've never been a college football guy ever. I don't I would rather just watch the best. Does that make sense? If I do watch, and I don't watch a ton of NFL football. I'll watch a particular little bit here and there. I tell you who I do watch more than ever, and I started this probably a year ago, 2 years ago. I watched Tom Brady when he's playing. I'm a fan of just him as a person. He's and he's he posts a lot of really good stuff too. I like his mindset. And obviously one of the greatest quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. Everyone's going to have a different opinion on that. But it's just, again, in the hand, there's so many great quarterbacks. He's but won more Super Bowls than any of them. Just a fun guy. Brandon, yeah, that will be the game plan eventually. So that's going to be, there's multiple ways to scale a business and do things. The next step for me, what's going to end up happening is once I go back to wrestling, I'll still probably do what I'm doing right now. I'm going to eventually, the fulfillment company will probably be in charge of doing reorders in certain things that I will sign off on, but they'll be monitoring them a little better. So I just then really will just be kind of looking at sales, and then in the weekly reports and the monthly reports and the balance sheets, and making adjustments from there. But they will be a little more hands on like, because right now I do like the inventory and the numbers, and that's all automated through them, so it makes it easy. I just get a weekly report and I go, okay, we're going to have to reorder this, but this is going to be reordered in a few weeks. And but those are, so responsibilities like that will not be as bad for me when I go back. But the fulfillment center that I have is enormous, that I work with the company, and so they have plenty of room for me as this gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and they already have. Like, we've probably doubled or tripled, probably I'd say tripled what we had from when I started with them to now. Um, but eventually, if things continue and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, then that's a different discussion of, do I now have my own fulfillment center for Feed Me More Nutrition, where it's only Feed Me More Nutrition, and then I'm now paying people. You see, that's going to cost a lot, because now you're hiring employees in a different way, whereas these people aren't technically employees with me on this. They're my fulfillment company, and we have a contract agreement, and I pay them monthly for everything. And we have all that worked out on every little detail of the business with that. And that, to me, is very efficient. So there's various ways this can go with it all. I think ultimately and First Form has done that, even though I don't agree with a lot of the products they sell. They have their own manufacturing plant, and that guy's been been in the game for a long time and grown his business. So from that standpoint, it's just fantastic. But that would, the more people, I'm almost of the mindset with the way the world is, what I'm doing right now is very efficient, because I don't have a ton of people. Like, I have people that are employees, but it's a small amount. I don't have, you know what I'm saying on that? That's a different deal, where there's a lot more liability and just things on the line, especially with like what just happened, which makes me like, I can learn a lot from other people. I could just keep doing what I'm doing and be so huge with this system that I'm currently in. And there would be no need. I mean, could I rent an office space and put a Feed Me More Nutrition logo on it? And yeah, but realistically, with my life and what I'm doing, I could do that from home and be around my dogs and family, and I'm going to be on the road wrestling. So then it's just like, why would you take those expenses? I think some people that have egos would like they do that, and that's why a lot of places go out of business. They're like, oh, we're gonna make it official. We're gonna throw a logo on a building, and then a year later, and they're struggling to pay their lease, and then they're gone. Look around your town, and you'll see the amount of businesses that change out. Like, so I make money, and I'm just like, I've got a good system with it. But you never say never on it. What else do we have going on? Guys, there are no details on anywhere that I'm joining. There was false news again saying that I'm coming back to wrestling soon. I just simply, they take tweets too with the sarcasm, with that I'm responding to other things that I get, and where it's somebody that I maybe blocked, but I'm not going to acknowledge them, and then do a sarcastic. Nobody can take. I get misinterpreted on tweets, I think, more than anybody. And how people don't understand my sense of humor at this point is beyond me. And I think they do. They don't care. They just like to whatever. And I've told you guys, like, when I do know eventually, I'm not going to let anybody know with it. We need surprises as much as ever. But I can't also have a discussion and say, yeah, let's work out this deal. Like, great. When can you go? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I can, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 2 months, maybe 4 months. I don't know. It could be 2 weeks. It could be 4 months. I don't know. So why I'm not going to have that discussion if I don't know. Discussions need to be made when I'm 100% ready to go, know that I'm ready to go, and then we like, okay, let's go. I would never, because that's just putting myself in a position to fail of not like, great, can you go? Oh, no, not yet. Cool. Why are we having this discussion right now? Oh, I don't know. I thought it'd be a good idea just to talk. We'll wait. How do you start a business without people thinking it's a scam or people think it's a joke? You start a real good business that helps people. Don't start a business that's a scam and not a joke, and then it doesn't matter. You wouldn't even be like, I've never once even like that. What you just said, not at any point in my mind have I ever thought like, man, people are going to think, what if I started a scam or a joke? I think the only way you think that is if you start a business that's a scam or a joke. You don't worry about what if you know you're doing something good and starting a business that's going to help people and you get to do what you want to do. You don't even think about that stuff. And anybody that stands in your way, you run them over. You don't, and you block them and you just keep going. That's why I don't let anyone. I already know the people that talk trash are such losers. They're the biggest losers on the planet, and they talk trash to the same group of people. And that's all they do. They're not hungry. They're losing. They're lost souls. And unfortunately, a lot of people have been put on this planet and choose to experience hell. They ain't going to screw with my heaven. Block and run them over and keep on moving. And they don't like it. And that's why they merge together and they form their little groups. I don't give a shit. You guys are talking about me still. I'm going ahead. I'm moving forward, doing the work. What's going on? New Age Championship Wrestling. What is that? Supposedly Jim Ross is watching. What is Jim watching? I like Jim. I've always gotten along very well with Jim. I had a good time doing his shows many years ago. I like Jim a lot with everything and he with people, that everyone gets it. I see the hate that he gets with that. He has so much love though. The key is you just block it. And it sucks because you want to go on social media and interact with good people and your fans, and then you got the shitheads that go on, and you just got to block them though. That's the only thing to do. It's just like I don't allow people to disrespect you, and they do it to everybody. I've not been out of WWE for 6 years. It's been about 5.5 now. Maybe not even quite 5.5. It's been 5 years and a month that my contract expired. Thank you very much. A lot of love and support on here today. I hope you could wrestle until you're 50. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see how everything goes. I would like to get a nice 3 to 5 years really cemented. Yo, Ryback, what's going on, man of steel? Justin, good to see you, buddy. Great day over here in Rybackville. Great day. So WWE, would I change it? Change the company in my image? What I would do is just tell Vince and whoever, treat wrestlers good, because without them, you don't have the business and the logo. And I would also tell him, I go, you set up a fund for X talent for insurance purposes, where there is a fund for them for injuries and procedures that many of them can't get through their current insurance. I would create a legacy fund or some sort of fund for the company for former talent and have a whole go through the medical and everything on the up and up, and nothing not for people to take it like they have the rehab programs. I truly believe, because talent specifically, and maybe it's you got to work there for a period. Anybody that's worked there for a year on or two, whatever that you come up with a number, right? Or depending on if somebody suffers an injury and that at any period there. But for former talent, I just say make it for all former talent. You sign anyone to a contract, you've got a insurance fund for treatment for former talent. Whereas now they just say no to them on things, and I've never asked. I paid for everything with it. And that to me, there's so many little things that they could do that would improve their image and lead the way before Vince moves on of him correcting the past, but he won't do it. And it's really, really disheartening. Tyreek Anderson, that is a complete lie. If anybody too, I've told people no for a picture. I'm never mean to anybody. And what you have to understand, and like you said, in a group of other people, you got to understand. I'm going there, and I got meditation on my headphones, and I go there to work out. And if anybody asks me for a picture, I gauge the situation. It depends on my time and what I got going on. And if I have meditation on, I will not disrupt what I'm listening to and take off my headphones so we could have dialogue. I will simply just say, no, thank you, not right now. And I do that with the people that I say that to. I'm never rude to in that sense. I'll go, no, thank you, not right now. And I have every right to say that. It is not my job or responsibility to give a photo to every human being that wants one, depending on because they think they're the only person that sees me in the day. And you got to understand that. And that's why I say that with 100% confidence. I will stay true to myself in what I am doing in my life. And right now, if it's kids or somebody that's younger that doesn't understand, yes, every time. But adults that are interrupting me when I've got stuff going on, and I'm never like, fuck you, get away from me. Never once. It's no, thank you, not right now. And now that if you can't take that and process that in a level-headed way and realize, man, that guy's busy, that's cool. At least he's not mean to me. But no, like you say, oh, he was mean to me. I was never mean to you. I know that for a fact because I know I'm never mean to anybody. I go always say no, thank you. So. And I take pictures with tons of people, by the way, and it's just dependent. But usually when I go to the gym, it's the one place I do not like to be bothered. And if I have headphones on also, I do not like to be bothered because I'm listening to a book or meditation of some sorts. I've had people, and I used to I've signed for so many people. I used to stay after shows, after main eventing and driving, having to drive, sometimes go do media on very little sleep. And I would stay and sign for everybody. If the people that know, this is why I don't put up with the bullshit. The people that I used to stay after shows and sign for people out there and shake people's hands. And I remember I would still see people talking shit on that because there was one time I think I had a 6-hour drive. And I mean, there were hundreds of people out there, and I was the last one to leave, or one of the last ones to leave. And I'm out there, and I told everyone, I go, I'm not signing tonight, guys, because I got to get on the road. And I went down, and I shook everyone's hand, explaining that. And I remember getting tweets, oh, you piece of shit. You just shook everyone's hands. You didn't sign for everyone. And I go, you're never going to win. You're never going to win with everybody. I know I'm a good person. I treat people how they treat me. And it's like, if I tell you no, I told you no. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person. That means you just simply don't understand. What should you order off of the website for Feed Me More Nutrition? If you're trying to gain weight, get the ISO Hungry caramel cookie protein, and I would maybe throw in the 10 count creatine as well. But you're going to have to increase your calories and weight training, man. You got to get in the weight room, and you got to get a whole program together on that. It's just not like you don't just take supplements and like, oh, I'm going to magically just look like Ryback. Like you got to do the work and have a game plan. And it's patience and consistency and going day in and day out. And like it's really making the effort. But those things can help you in that quest. Nepal, thank you. We're going to block you though. Love from Nepal, but you just got shell shocked out of Rybackville. Thank you very much, Leah. No, that's what I know. Enough people know me that actually know me where I'm not worried. But a lot of people, and they do it to a lot of people, they don't understand. There's just a time and a place. You don't go up to people when they're eating. I think it's just common sense. And it's like, you'll hear people, they go, "Oh, hey, I don't mean to be that guy and bother you, but you are being that guy and bothering somebody." So that you don't, that you're telling them to their face you don't respect them because you're not, because they sell, and it's not kids, it's adults. Kids are the greatest thing in the world on it because their intentions are pure. It's adults that are selfish on it. And not all of them, a lot of them are great. A lot of them are respectful. And it's always, you can gauge. I am very good at gauging somebody's energy on how they are with their facials and just how they interact with somebody. And it depends on what I got going on. But I have no problem just saying no thank you to an adult. Because I've said yes so many times. But if I got something going on, or if I've had people come up while I'm on the phone talking, no thank you, not right now. And then I've seen them go, "You're a fucking asshole." No, I'm not. You want me to sit there? I'm on an important phone call and to stop and like, you're just selfish. So that's that. Yeah, guys they see it all the time. Guys will get autographs. That's what the airport crew, they'll come in with their all their cards and their books, and they'll get mad if you just sign one thing. They want you to sign as many as possible, and they go and turn around and sell it. They got their newborn babies up all night at the airport. Man, that you hear all wrestlers talk about it. If you know, you know. It's just, I think it's just the scum of the world that does that. But that's their life, so it is what it is. Brandon asks advice for a man without goals. Just embrace yourself then. Don't judge other people that do have goals or success. Don't talk shit to them online. Dude, I talk about this all the time. It's okay to be average if you're happy. You don't have to like have this intention of like, I want to change the world. Gee golly, I want to change the world. Like, just man, if you smoke weed and drink and you're functional and you're not a menace to society and you work your 9 to 5 and you enjoy partying on the weekends or playing video games and chatting online, and man, you're a good person, you're not hurting anybody. That's great. Too many people though are insecure about how of not having goals, and then they go and attack everybody that has goals. There's so many different ways. There's people like, I'm hungry. I am happy when I'm successful and I'm doing things. It makes me even happier and happier and happier. There's other people. Grant Cardone is like that as well. And but people and that's not saying everybody has to be like that. I fully acknowledge that the majority won't be like that. But I also believe in balance and doing other things. But I'm very good at, I know the things that make me happy. And I just go hard on those things. Know the things that make you happy. If you don't have any goals, man, you just don't have any goals right now. Maybe you do in a year. Something might change in your life that where you're like, you have a goal all of a sudden. Just be happy. Focus on happiness. It's around all of us right now. And that's all that matters. You don't have to, but I think it's what happens is when you start comparing yourselves, and social media encourages this, and you see other people doing stuff, you're like, man, I should be doing more. It's like, not if you're happy. Just focus on whatever makes you happy. And as long as I said, be a productive member of society, don't hurt other people, don't contribute to negative, toxic online behavior or in real life, dude, there's nothing wrong with just being average and being happy. Like that's if everyone was like that, and then the people that were successful and happy, like the world would be a much calmer, peaceful place. It's typically though that the hate, jealousy, and insecurity of those that aren't going and attacking other people. That's where the problems come in. But like it's so I talk about that in Wake Up It's Feeding Time. It's okay to be average as long as you're happy. Sorry guys, we got some another spammer. Super chat. What is a dream story from Supernatural Law? Hey buddy, how you doing? What is a dream storyline you would tell with anyone, post or present, if you had full creative control? Would you want to be the face or heel? I honestly can't answer that because I do have multiple scenarios if I literally say that I can't tell you that because if those are my two pitches, I've got multiple pitches. on that sort of thing. That when it right, if not 3. So that I mean, a great question, but that doesn't. If I was never going back to wrestling, I could answer that question. But I'm going back to wrestling, so it would not be wise to reveal what I would like my storyline to be for the possibility of or the chance that that happens with that. You can ask another question though. You don't have to do a super chat, and I'll try to be able to answer it because that one I just legit can't answer that. Let's see what else we got going on. The plant protein is stacked. Oh, so good question on the supplements. Yeah, so we updated the website because the ISO Hungry grass fed fruity cereal is out of stock, and we updated all the stacks with the plant protein. I'm waiting on my fulfillment. The head guy that needed to make the switch for me is out of the office until Tuesday. And then the stacks, they got to update the inventory on the stacks on that to where they're available. So it should be hopefully by next week, those stacks. But I say you can still buy any of the products individually on the website with that. And again, save with the multiple ways with the savings or the Ryback Show 20 discount. Good to see all of you guys. Thank you. Thank you. What other questions we got going on? Have I been to Australia? Yeah, multiple times. I performed over there for Rock and Roll Wrestling in another company. But Rock and Roll Wrestling was really good. Great promotion. That was a lot of fun. I would love to go back, but I guess with everything now, I was the Rock and Roll Wrestling champion, but unfortunately, I couldn't. They wanted me to come back, and I couldn't go back after I wasn't. But after Sophie, after her disc ruptures, I wasn't traveling or doing shows here for 3 years now, up until next week. So I wasn't able to go back there, unfortunately. But they're a great promotion. They treated me very, very well, and I had a lot of fun there. Wollongong, good memories in Wollongong. Even though I was really hurt, but it was they treated me very well, and I thought we had some solid matches down there. I have met Virgil many years ago when after I debuted as Ryback very early on. I want to say at one of the hotels there was something and had a brief interaction with him. He was very nice. Yeah, a lot of people too will record you and do things like, and this is something a lot of you got to understand. If you wouldn't turn your phone on, here's how I've explained this to people that I've caught doing it, where they're recording me in the gym, and I'll walk over and call them out on it, and they will acknowledge it, and I go, let me ask you something. If I was a hot chick, smoking hot chick, and I like to make it a little uncomfortable sometimes. I'm smoking hot chick with big tits. And I said, you pull your camera and start recording. I go, what do you think's going to happen? And they go, you probably get kicked out of the gym because you're going to piss her off, right? And they go, yeah. I go, so why is it okay to do it to me? And I think that they have a moment where they go, oh, it's not okay. And it's so and they apologize, and that's that. It's like it's never okay just to record somebody without them knowing. I've caught people, I can't tell you how many times it's truly one of the most frustrating things. And not that they're recording, but that their lack of respect or understanding why. That they because it's selfish. People are acting in a selfish way. They want. So yep, I up Jeremiah, every show is uploaded. Hey buddy, every show is uploaded to the podcast app as well. I'm actually trying to get a sauna for my place here as well. I like to do it multiple times a week. It's really, really good for flushing out toxins from your body and just kind of detox your body. It's great too for getting rid of a little bit of water in your body. I sweat a lot in there. You get for people that have like sodium issues, blood pressure issues, really, really good on that on cleansing out the body. Also, it's really good for your skin. It's a good. It's also it can have anti-aging properties as well. I'm just a big fan of it. I always have been. I stopped doing it for a bit, but I'm back. And what I'm gonna do is get a nice sauna out by my pool so that I could do the sauna, jump in the pool, do the sauna, and do that as well as my hot tub and cold tub, and I do the shockwave and ultrasound. But I've got like a therapy thing here already, pretty much clinic at my house. All the tools that like my chiros have and the machines, I'm like, oh, I got that. They're like, you got that? I go, yeah, I got that years ago. So, but it's yeah, it's very beneficial. Even just once a week, I'd say try to get in twice a week if you can. 30s is a bit of time. It could be intense. Um, it's much harder. I could stay in there longer if I don't do hard conditioning before, because if I do hard conditioning before, I'm sweating a lot and my blood, my just I'm more fatigued. My body temperature, my core temperature is increased. So that heat hits me harder, quicker. That so like I've gone, what's the longest I've done? Probably 45, but that was with no cardio, just going in and doing the sauna. And that's intense. And I got my water in there with me. But I'm like drained afterwards because it zaps you. So, but I find 15, 20 minutes is very good where it energizes me and I'm not as zapped afterwards. What else do we got going on? TikTok. We got any questions on the old TikTok? Also, I do think it's important. I did not know Great Khali was on TikTok. So, because some people took the tweet from the other night, there was a tweet where I go, I'm the most famous pro wrestler on TikTok. And I was literally saying that sarcastically. The Rock is the most famous. I've talked about this a million times, but people, I've just passed people not understanding me. But anyways, the Great Khali is also ahead of me. He has like 8 point something million followers on TikTok. I had no idea because I thought I checked all the other accounts and WWE people, and I'll go, okay, I could now say this with the exception of The Rock. But no, the Great Khali. So I'm technically the third most followed person on TikTok. The Great Khali, he has a hell of a head start on me, and he has the whole country of India, which I'm popular in India, but that man is India. So I don't know. He's going to be tough to catch him. So I'm the third most followed wrestler on TikTok. Woohoo! Super chat. Sonny Lamont. Hey, big guy. Got any recipes for fresh mushrooms? Your fruit of choice to juice. Stay safe. I'm not. I don't. I used to have a juicer. I'm big now on eating fruit. I'll tell you what my fruit bowl is in the morning that I make on most mornings. It is blue, and it's just a little bit of each. It's blueberries, figs, cherries, banana, orange, peach, watermelon, grapes. And what I do is I just take a little bit of each and put it into a little bowl, and I eat that first with my wake up limited energy, and then I do my performance meal. Um, Mushrooms, as far as the mushrooms, I bought them both fresh and I like the bagged shiitake, organic shiitake mushrooms. They're more efficient and they take up less room. If you buy the fresh mushrooms, those things come in the damn cartons and they're really bulky and I got to cut them up. I like buying just the cut shiitake organic mushrooms frozen and adding a little bit of them in my performance meals with that. But I will tell you, like something, the Gardein beef crumbles are really good. Those vegan beef crumbles. If you do that, like something like that with some mushrooms and maybe some onion, and just stir fry it and make with some seasoning, and like even if you want to use like a little bit of like, I would say throw in a little taco seasoning or something, a low sodium taco seasoning, really good. Pete RR super chat. If you had a reality TV show about your life, Jesus Christ, don't wish that on me. I would be miserable having cameras on me all the time because I'd constantly have to have it on. What would your theme song be? If you had a reality TV show about your life, what would your theme song be? Desire by Meg Ryan. I love that song because she talks about the feed me. It also talks about fucking in the song, but that song is a very Ryback comeback song. Desire by Meg Ryan. That's the theme song. Book it. Thank you very much, Sammy Boy, for the kind words. I just try to be honest and real, and I don't worry about what people. I don't worry about what people are gonna. I know who I am, and I know my sarcastic sense of humor, and I know from the books I've read, I'm very confident in the things that I know. With that, I don't ever say anything where I'm like, man, I'm worried about what they're going to say about me. The moment you start living your life like that, it's not worth it. Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, great song. Not gonna argue with you on that. Did I hear about Al Snow? I did. I think it's a tremendous story. Al, for those of you that don't know, Al Snow, who is my trainer from Tough Enough and the head of OVW. Obviously, everybody knows him from ECW and WWE, WWF. Which I highly recommend if you're a wrestler to watch his interviews on the psychology of pro wrestling. And if you can ever go to a seminar or go train with him, I highly recommend it. Everything he ever told me made me a lot of money, and it's going to make me even more money going back. He's very good, and it sometimes maybe it won't make sense right away. It didn't for me right away until there was a time where I could apply it, and it was the advice. He never told me anything wrong. And anything he told everybody, I never found any of it to be wrong. I found it to be very accurate, and very beneficial. He saved, there was a child in the ocean, I believe in Florida, and the riptide, obviously, if you guys know the Shad Gaspard and got pulled under the riptide, saving his son. Al, which Al was at that with everything. And when I saw the story and heard it, I go, man, the eerie similarities of without it being his son, but a child. And I didn't think the lifeguard was going to get out there in time. And he got out there and was able to save the kid. And I think they even got pulled under, and he was fine though. And scary situation, but very, I mean, what a story, what a heroic story. And I'm glad he's getting a lot of very well-deserved positive attention for it, because that is it's a truly remarkable story just with it. So I'm happy he's all right. And I read that, I was just like, but that's Al. Al will hell of a man. Yeah, I think Miro's doing absolutely fantastic. I'm very happy for him. And I met him yesterday. I told you guys here while he was eating, and he seems very happy. And everything I've been told about AEW is essentially the complete opposite of everything of WWE in a very positive way. And I've not had any one person tell me any different. And I've talked to a lot of people. So, and I think at this point I would have heard something, but I haven't. Not that I couldn't, but it's been a very, very positive comments towards the place. Caden, Pro American Beast, we got a new Rybacker. Welcome to the club. Thank you very much for the love and support. Al is a very brave man. I agree. Umer, thank you very much. Triple H mentioned he would need a good storyline to have another match. Felt he wanted to mention a match with Ryback. Yeah, that would obviously be a very good storyline with the history of me leaving. Conflict sells, and I think everybody is fully aware of the conflict, right? That would definitely, that was a match I wanted to have when I was there, and then it got pulled. It looked like we were going to do something, and I don't know. And then he even told me, he goes, "Hey, look, I don't know if you heard, like," he goes, "they were saying we're supposed to have a match, but we never were." And I was like, "I don't know anything. I don't read the dirt sheets. I didn't like." I go, "I don't know." I go, okay." I go, "I'm just here. Like, I don't know." I literally, that was the conversation. And he was, "Oh no, I'm just letting you know." I go, "Oh, Now I think we probably were supposed to, in whatever reason, because we had a standoff a couple. I think we had a couple things, but yeah, I'm happy he's all right though with the heart thing and with all of that. I guess I just told Miro told me this yesterday. I've never met Hunter's parents. Miro told me he's met his Triple H's father, mother, and father many times, and he goes, Triple H's dad would bring me up every time to Miro on like my ankle injury because I guess he had an ankle injury. I don't know what it is. So now I wonder. I go. I wonder if Hunter hates me because his dad loves me. I go, which would be so stupid to hate somebody for, but it makes sense. I go, cool. I go, yeah. I never Triple H never told me that his dad talked about me, whatever. So that's cool. But I'm happy Hunter's all right, and I would never again with anything with health like that. And he's not. What's going on is more Vince than anything, even though there were issues with him at multiple times. Let me see. Did I miss another super chat there? I did. Let me get to this super chat. I can't find it now. Where did the super chat? I can see it at the top of the screen. All right, I got it. True Rock Gaming, thank you for the super chat. Ryback, what do you recommend for someone trying to lose weight that does not have the ability to go to a gym? Well, you have the ability to change your diet. And I think a basal metabolic rate calculator online, it's all you can get that online, basal metabolic rate calculator. You plug in your information on your activity level is to the best of your ability, be as honest as possible on your activity level. And it's going to give you your daily caloric needs on that. And you're going to know to maintain your current body weight that you're at, that you might need whatever amount of calories it tells you. Say it says 2,500 calories. And now you got to then start tracking your calories based off what you're eating, which takes a little bit of work on the front end. But once you get that down, it's second nature, and you don't have to track everything as carefully if you eat consistently for the most part. Um, and I say the easiest way to do that is again 3 or 4 meals a day. You don't need to eat 6 to 8 times a day. A lot of this stuff that we were told, and I found from people that are like, "Oh, you need to eat every 6 or every 2 hours." It's bullshit. It's absolute trash. You don't. You don't. You can eat 1 time a day, and your body can actually be extremely healthy if you can get everything you need in that one meal, which it's not as easy. That's why I think multiple meals are best. But there was nothing ever broken with that. And there's a lot of benefits to letting your body rest with that. But say you do 3 meals a day: breakfast, morning, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner with that. And you say you need 3,000 calories a day, you do 1,000 calories each meal. That's the easiest way. Or you break it up to where you have a snack, a little less calories, and one of your snacks, you have a snack somewhere in the day, whatever it is. But you got to do that based off your lifestyle and how you're living your life on that you're going to stick to consistently. Does that make sense? But and then there's a lot of, go to Pinterest, and there's a lot of at home workouts, body weight workouts. There's never not an excuse not to work out. If, as long as you can work out outside, you can work out inside. You don't need to go to a gym to work out. There's people looked great for a long, long time without gyms in this world. Until this, gyms are very, very new and recent, and as far as in the history of human beings, the timeline of human beings. So you can very well, you got to. So this is where you have to get hungry. You say you want to lose weight. How bad do you want to lose weight? If you want to lose weight bad enough, you'll start looking for the information you need on what I just told you. And Pinterest will be the place to get those at home workouts, get your calories in line with that as well. And I think when the time is right, if you can afford the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, it is amazing, and it'll be very beneficial for you if you have those other things in place first. Dominic says, "Do you use 2 scoops a day with your Wake Up Unlimited Energy, or do you make it last all day long?" No, it's only 1 scoop per day, and it's advised not to do. It has the 1 full scoop has 350 milligrams of caffeine. You do not need to be doing any more, and we have that on the bottle. 1 serving per day. A lot of people can get by doing half a serving with that. But what I do, my caffeine consumption now is my Wake Up Unlimited Energy first thing in the morning. Get up between anywhere from 5 something to 6:30, usually on the majority of days. On a rare occasion, I'll sleep until 7 on that, but it's usually like clockwork. I don't even have to set an alarm. I'm up early though every morning. Sometimes I'll wake up at 5 something. 5:15 tends to be a time I wake up a lot, and I'm either ready to go or I'm like I need a little more sleep on that. And I go right back to bed. I take the GTS and I go right back to bed on that. And then when I wake up and I can just tell I'm great, ready to go. I don't nap anything, and I work all day. And I do my Wake Up Unlimited Energy first thing in the morning, and then I do 1 regular Starbucks. I like to go to Starbucks and get a large black coffee with 2 ice cubes, so it's not too hot, it's not cold. It's but I could sip it. And then I do a decaf at night with the show. And every once in a blue moon, I'll do two decafs on that with that. So my caffeine consumption is within that healthy adult range where it could vary. I think like that 400 to 500 range for most people. Some people need less. Some people are highly sensitive to caffeine. But I find that is my perfect amount. And I used to do it where I would occasionally do the other regular coffee at night, and I found that it was not needed, and it was putting me a little bit out of the range. And I go, that's not. I don't need to be doing that. Maybe on a rare occasion, if I'm super tired, something happens and I need to, but that very rarely happens. 1 scoop though on the wake up, my man. Brian, 2 scoops really keeps you up all night. If you're taking 2 scoops, man, you're getting 700 milligrams of caffeine. I cannot support that. I cannot support that. But if you do it, that's on you. It says on the bottle not to do that. What else do we got going on? Egypt, good to see you over there on TikTok. Thank you for the love and support. Best way to lose body fat in your stomach, belly fat. Again, basal metabolic rate calculator, and consuming less calories than you need per day, like anywhere in the 200 to 300 range increments, and doing that for a period of weeks at a time, where you start restricting your calories in small amounts. You can increase your cardio and conditioning as well. There's various ways to do that. High intensity interval training is the best, I find, for people that are healthy and that can do it at elevating your metabolism and burning more body fat than regular slow cardio, even though it's fine to do both or do a combination of both, but being active on it. And then I would tell you the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner as well on that. P90X, Ab Ripper X, the Athlean X app is very good, or doing a variation of those and weighted abs. Usually I do abs twice a week, sometimes just once really hard, but I do a lot of other core stuff as well. So it's dependent on your goals and on how good your abs are with that. But that would be my recommendation for getting your abs to start developing and losing the belly fat. You can't like spot reduce fat like that. It's a combination of calorie restriction, increasing the muscle in the abdomen region with that, and stripping that belly fat. Ricky, no, Ricky Scurvy has been back occasionally. He is okay. He's a very busy man. Yes, this is live. It is in the title. The Ryback Show, Sunday Live, presented by Feed Me More Nutrition. Feed Me More Nutrition is available on feedmemore.com and Amazon. But with feedmemore.com, you can save 20% with discount code Ryback Show 20, Ryback Show 20 on feedmemore.com. Tyreek, I would tell you that there's a lot of people that would tell me that I'm nicer. It just depends, and I can tell you for a fact, I know and seen people that were not as friendly to people that when I am, and with the names that you mentioned. So it's again dependent on who you meet at what time, and it's you're dealing with one individual that meets a lot of people throughout the day and has a lot going on. And I'll tell you, I think it's shitty for adults to ask for pictures. Personally, I think kids are okay. I think it's okay for adults if they're asking for a young one. I think adults asking for pictures because I've never asked for one. I don't understand it and I don't relate to it. I would much rather try to have an organic, natural situation that I would not pursue myself if it ever happened. Like with that, but I don't know people encounter whatever you want to call it, but it's everyone's is different on that. But a lot of people, I've met a lot of great, really friendly, nice people. I've taken thousands upon thousands of pictures, and it's. But I've also met people that are fucking idiots, and we all have. And I know, and I just don't put up with the bullshit. I say thank you, no, thank you, and I have every right to say that, and that does not make me a bad person. I can tell you for a fact it doesn't make me a bad person. It's just a dependent because it's up to the individual how they could process information and understand people are busy at various times. They got other things going on. And also, I'm going to tell you another thing on why. Here's the other reason for gym pictures, bucko. The moment you say yes to one picture, people will see it. And what do you think happens? This is something you probably never thought about. Oh, it's okay to go ask him for pictures. So maybe if somebody's on a time restriction or got something going on, they say no, thank you. Now, if they're walking out the gym and they're done, or it's on the way out and somebody stops, they probably say yes. You have to ask these questions, but you know why you haven't? Because you've never been in that position and you're not understanding on the matter. There you go. Now you know. I'm glad you're not scared of me. I would encourage more people not to be scared of me. HBK's Lazy Eye says, that's a great name. I just turned adult. I'm going to question that right off the bat based off the name, but you were my favorite wrestling. But when you were wrestling, I was a child watching as a fan. So there's a reason. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you. I find that you're probably still a child. Not that much time has passed by where I think you would have been a child and do an adult, but Ryback WWE needs you. Roman Reigns versus Ryback, best for business. I'm kind of cool just getting better and healthier and younger and watching more and more people leave. I think it's fantastic what's going on in the world of wrestling right now. This is what I predicted. Everything I've said from all my interviews and years, I said this exact scenario was going to happen, and people in the people that knew, and just said, well, just wait, you'll see. I don't make up anything. People are going to leave to go to a better place, and that is what is happening. Yeah, you know what? I've done that before in the past. So that's a great comment here. Selling autographs and stuff for the Feed Me More Nutrition. What and I used to do that in the past. What I will probably do is get smaller because the 8x10 sometimes depends on the box size. Getting a smaller image of a Ryback image where I sign 1,000 of them and send them to the fulfillment company, and they include it with every order. Great idea. I'll probably do that again now for an upcoming and keep have that as part of the free gift with something else. We've got the water jugs coming, the double barreled water bottles. These are going to be in the next month and a half, and I've got the drawstring gym bags that are like this, but with the Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry logo that I posted up there. So we're going to have those coming as well. And then we got the lifting straps, the workout gloves, the gym bags, shaker bottles, half-gallon jugs. We got ankle socks, we got bumper stickers. We got a bunch of Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry stuff on there. So check that all out as well. Yeah, I like Powerhouse Hobbs. I liked his new flame singlet he has. I think that looks really good. That stands out to me a lot with him. I like his new ring gear a lot. Yeah, we've got the Feed Me More Nutrition wristbands as well. Stairmaster or elliptical? I do both, but Stairmaster is part of my conditioning program of staying in wrestling shape. All the greats were Stairmaster, and that's why I included that, because when I was younger, guys like in Flair and Steamboat used to tell me about how he would do this the Stairmaster, and he'd tell me Flair, that was always like their go-to, and I don't know how they did it, but I've found going the maximum level as fast as it goes is for really hard burst, and then still working though like a wrestling match, but at a lower intensity is very it translates to the ring very well, and that's included with other conditioning because you got to be. A lot of people will tell you like cardio can't get you in ring shape. That's a lie. They just weren't doing the right conditioning. You very well, and I've already done it, and I know that's why I'm very confident. You just got to push yourself through like total body conditioning, and you got to make sure your legs are very. And I learned that through Hindu squats from Benoit and Demott. You don't get tired, and it actually is easier to wrestle than the conditioning you do when you get really good at it. So. Got another super chat here. True Rock Gaming. Thank you. Just ordered the Shell Shock Wake Up Mango Pack deal. I will be working on this stuff you recommended. You're welcome, buddy, and thank you very much for supporting Feed Me More Nutrition. It's gonna, man. I'm telling you, I use every single product. There's this stuff. I've been making this stuff since I was in my 20s. I work with a great team, and we've grown this bad boy, and it's going to keep growing. So, yeah, always let me know. Let me know once you get it on here how you like it, and it's the real deal. I promise you. I love you too. Thank you, Josa. Oh, the Wake Up Unlimited Energy man is still definitely potent. It's no joke. Just by Brian, we need some Ryback phone cases. I actually have a company that I'm talking to right now on iPhone cases. I have a Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry phone case on mine that I had made, and I go, this would be really cool to have these for the customers. So that is something I'm working on as well, to have that as the free gift, and then to sell them on the website as well. Thank you, Noah, for saying I'm a good YouTuber. I'm sure a few people would disagree with that, but I I just like having a good time, trying to help people, have fun on my end, make some money, and it's a win-win for everybody. All right, guys. With that, I got to get ready. I got to take the dogs out for their nightly walk and stroller with little Sophie and little guy. Otherwise, he's an asshole to me if I don't take him on a walk every night. Like he'll bite my ass. Like he's literally, he doesn't like, not hard, but he's a very intelligent dog, and he'll do little things, or he'll try to trip me. Like if like he's got a little demon inside him at times. Like he's very stubborn and needs to be loved at all times. So I got to make sure I take him on his walk. The But other than that, guys, feed me more nutrition, feedmemore.com. Save 20% with discount code Ryback Show 20. I thank you for the love and support as always, and should be back tomorrow for a Monday live. Have a great evening. Enjoy a little football. It was a good day of football. We got Monday Night Football, pro wrestling, a little bit of Raw tomorrow, and I will see you then. Stay hungry, my friends. Feed me more.